when you are preparing for a CA final, you're not watching a movie. So whether it is a theory subject or a practical subject, practical means let's say financial reporting. I'm teaching financial reporting. As you watch the lecture, ensure you solve the problem along with the faculty. I had completed my syllabus and I had already completed my first revision when my friends had just completed their syllabus. And that is the reason I had an edge. I could secure ranks, right? Hello students. If you are writing your CA final examinations in either 2026 or 2027, this video is definitely for you. Do watch this video till the end because I am sharing with you some of the mistakes that CA students do, some of the strategies that you can follow so that your preparation is pretty smooth. Right, so now before I start, I would just share two case scenarios of students. So here is a student, you can see, sir, if I start final preparation from 1st of December, what will be the best plan for May 25? So starting in December 24, writing examination in May 25. Now I'm not judging the student that, why did he not start early and what are the mistakes he's making, but a lot of students whom I interact with fall in this particular category. I had a session on Excel and ChatGPT the previous Saturday. And even there, students are like, we have exams after 2 years. After our articleship gets over, we have 6 to 8 months of time and we'll start late. And I'll explain you the fundamental problem with that particular approach. Whether you are doing self-study, whether you are taking classes, the preparation delay that you are doing right now will have consequences in the longer term. So this is one student and there is another student who says, sir, I am so and so and purchase group 1 lectures from OneFin for May 26. I am in the verge of completing FR and will be completing in first week. Writing in May 26. Already about to complete FR. Okay. And I want guidance on how shall I revise so that it can be retained. Now the reason why I am sharing these two scenarios is there are some students who will start their preparation as soon as possible. And there are a lot of students who will like, we will do it towards the end. We have lots of time. But friends, please remember, CA final preparation is not a T20 match. It is like a test match. The syllabus is lengthy and you should start as soon as possible. Whether it is self-study or whether you are taking classes, start as early as possible. And I'll tell you the reasons for that as well. So you might be falling into any of these scenarios, started articleship by October 23 and writing exam in May 26, November 26, May 27 or November 27. For all of you who are in the new scheme of articleship, the advantage that you think you have is this 6 to 8 months of time we have after our articleship and will prepare properly, thoroughly at that point of time. No problem with that particular approach, but let me tell you, in this 6 to 8 months of time, your advanced IT OC will take away 1 month of your time. Revision, you need to bucket 4 months. So 4 plus 1, 5 months is gone. So even if you have 8 months, 8 minus 5, you are left with only 3 months of preparation time. Do you think you will be able to complete 5 subjects in 3 months of time? Very, very unlikely. This I am telling with experience. We have a lot of students who feel that they can do it towards the end. Keep on delaying, but towards the end what happens is the syllabus is left, the syllabus is not completed, then we'll say okay, we'll not write in this attempt, we will write in the next attempt. 6 months of salary is what you will be losing if you are deferring an attempt. Please keep that in mind. So ideally, if you look at this 5 subjects, core 5 subjects that you need to prepare, of course you have SPOM and all, which I think you would have started already alongside your articleship and have completed them or you are in the process of completing them. You have 5 subjects, FR, AFM, Audit, DT, IDT. Syllabus is vast, it is lengthy. So alongside articleship, if you spend 3 hours per day to complete FR itself, you will take about 3 months to 4 months time. Same thing, AFM 3 months, Audit 2 to 3 months, DT again 3 months, IDT 2 months. So 3 plus 3 6 plus let's say 3 9 plus 3 12 plus 2 14. 14 to 15 months is what you will need considering you spend 3 hours per day to complete your syllabus. So if you are writing in May 26, you should have started your preparation by now itself. No sir, I will do it in the last 6 to 8 months. I told you the problem there. You don't have sufficient time because you will need time for revision. And one more problem with this approach would be, for 2 years, you are away from the subject. For 2 years, you are not in the habit of studying daily. For 2 years, you are not watching some classes on a daily basis, or you are not doing self-study on a daily basis. Suddenly, after 2 years, when you open the book, you will feel bored. You will feel like, what is this? How will I prepare? So much of syllabus. What to do? All of these things are going to happen. If you don't trust my words, go and talk to your senior. And they will tell you that in the last 4 to 6 months of preparation time, the preparation leave that they get, that time was not sufficient. Then what will you do? You will start switching to fast track batches. You will start looking for fast track classes. Is it wrong? Is it right? I am not coming to that. By watching fast track classes, also a lot of students pass. I am not denying. But you need to have at least one thorough, complete coverage of the syllabus, right? That is why if you start late, there is a lot of pressure of having less time. You will not have practice time, and you will start looking at fast track classes, last day revision classes, and you feel that you will pass. Some of you will pass, a lot of you will get stuck. So ideal thing is to start early, where you have more time for revision. You will be in constant touch with the subject. So if you are doing articleship, whatever you learn in FR, that you can implement in your articleship. Whatever you learn in audit will be relevant for an articleship. And continuously you can improve. If you miss on something, you have time to go back and improve. And the advantage is, let's say you complete FR already. When there is an actual exam paper, let's say your attempt is in May 26, November 25, you can actually look at the paper and see whether you are prepared or not. And if you feel you are not prepared, you can take corrective actions. This is not possible if you delay your attempt towards the end. Then a lot of students have doubt as to what is the sequence in which we should be studying. So first, either FR or AFM, one of these two. Then you can add audit. DT and IDT, you should do only once your Relevance Finance Act has been passed, because DT and IDT these are the subjects that come with maximum amendments. So this should be done towards the end, and this should be prioritized towards the beginning. Okay. Now coming to mistakes to avoid, lack of practice. When I say lack of practice, what a lot of students do is they will buy some classes, they will enroll for some classes, and they will turn on the classes. They will see the classes as if they are watching some Amazon or Netflix series. Guys and girls, when you are preparing for a CA final, you are not watching a movie. So whether it is a theory subject or a practical subject, practical means, let's say, financial reporting. I am teaching financial reporting. As you watch the lecture, ensure you solve the problem along with the faculty. Otherwise, in the examination, you will have this writing problem. All of you have this problem, right? 80 marks you are able to attempt, 75 marks you are able to attempt, you are not able to complete the full paper. The reason is lack of practice. Practice doesn't only mean mock test papers. While the teacher is teaching, while the faculty is teaching, or when you are doing self-study, alongside you will solve the questions on your own. I may give PDF solutions to you. I may give printed solutions to you. That does not mean that you will just read the solutions. You have to practice. You have to practice. It is very, very important. Okay. Unless you are a super genius who feels that without practice you can directly write in the exams, you can go ahead. But practice is important. Even in theory, you have to write down theory. A reason why a lot of you struggle to score marks in papers like audit is you don't have writing practice. You know the answer. You don't know how to put that answer on the paper. So avoid that mistake. You need to have practice. And more practice is possible when you start on time and not when you do it in the last 4 months. That is the first thing. Second, not having your own self-study short notes. Of course, faculties will give you full notes. They will give you summary notes. Everything will be given. But there are some special problems that you have which only you can understand. There are things which you forget. Others will not forget, but you forget. For that, you need to have self-notes. You need to have your own important question list. Of course, I will give my important question list. But if there is a tricky adjustment which you have been consistently struggling with, you should have your own self-notes. Then have a proper revision plan. A lot of students, revision means, okay, we'll do randomly revision. That is not how revision has to be done. You need to have a proper revision plan. And in this revision plan, one important thing that you have to keep in mind is, it is not about doing everything A to Z. So if you have done A to Z in the first study, you have to shrink it down and you have to bring down the content while revising. In the next revision, the content has to be reduced further. And one more thing, as you take classes, there has to be a practice of daily revision as well. So if you have done something today, Either revise it on the same day, or before you start the next chapter or next day's class, revise quickly whatever you have done in the previous day. Then ignoring study material. Whatever notes we provide, that is based on the study material. You should also be aware of what is there in the study material, especially the illustrations, the questions, the examples. Please ensure once you are done with the classes or once you are done with the chapter, quickly go through that. Are you comfortable with the questions that are given in the study material? Sir, don't you cover 100%? I cover 100%. But go back and have an independent look at the questions in the study material. Then not completing syllabus. This happens with those who delay their preparation. Okay, a lot of students, because they are not able to complete the syllabus, the performance in the examination actually goes down. And taking a T20 approach, we'll do in the last 3 months, we'll do in the last 2 months. He passed by preparing for 2 months only. He passed by only looking at the revision lectures. But please remember, everyone may not have this ability to do it in the T20 approach. You have to do it slowly, gradually, as soon as possible. So my sincere advice to all of you, based on my own experience, in fact, I had completed my syllabus and I had already completed my first revision when my friends had just completed their syllabus. And that is the reason I had an edge. I could secure ranks, right? Sir, we don't want ranks. Okay, even if you want to clear in the first attempt, start early, and that is when you will be able to prepare well, practice well, revise well, and be prepared for the examination. Thank you.